My good friends, we're going to bring in the 1995 version of the Gipper. Come on in, man. We've heard it before. It's tired, but let's listen to it and get through it. Come on.
All right, guys. Come on, suck that gut in. Let's go here.
Come on.
Holy, all right.
Pick up the pace.
I know you're upset. You saw the quote on the bulletin board. Guy called you a bunch of low-life hammerheads.
Who did?
I did. All right, what am I going to say? All right. You got a lot of miles to cover tonight, a lot of big ball games. I'm counting on you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So get going. Come on. Okay, Newski, more sit-ups. Got to have it. Haircut, Michaels. Let's go here.
Wow. Come on, we got time.
And by the way, we're not
Holy mackerel. What else can I say except don't steal any towels? And live from the Sports Center, this is Sports Friday.
You got it, baby.
Sports Friday. Sports Friday.
What'd you think of that, Sid?
We're not hammerheads.
That was pretty lame. How you doing, everyone? Thanks to the Colonel. I'm Jim. This is Sid. This is Sports Friday. That's Mike. That's Paul. That's Jane. That's Charlie. First set of games, Fast Eddie Horgan, highlighting the game down at Pottsville against the Bulldogs of Berwick. Hit it, Paul.
Opening drive for Pottsville, John Ruck rolls right, tucks the ball away and heads down the sideline, picks up the first down as he scrambles for 22 yards all the way to the Berwick 10-yard line. The Bulldog defense stiffened, forcing the Crimson Tide to settle for this 25-yard Chris Ashton field goal. The Bulldogs wanted to establish the run tonight. Dave Robbins hands to Ross Stoico. He sees the hole and goes off the right side for 15 yards to the 43. Robbins hands to Stoico again. It looks like an instant replay as Stoico bursts through the hole for 17 yards, powering his way to the 40-yard line. Let's see that Robbins to Stoico handoff one more time. This time the play goes for 3 yards in the touchdown, and the Bulldogs take the early 7-3 lead. One of the nice things about being a defending state champion is fan support. The fans here at Mount Carmel are out to see their Red Tornadoes repeat. It's halftime, and they lead Marion 13-0. Mount Carmel received the second half kick, and they were driving when Vic Pernaski drops back to pass for Sean Jamin. Jamin catches the ball, and then he loses it as he's fighting for extra yards. Marion recovers on the 50-yard line. The Colts drive to the 20-yard line and elect to go for it on 4th and 4. Brent Anderin drops back to pass when the Red Tornado defense comes up huge, knocking the pass down at the line of scrimmage. And Mount Carmel holds on for the 13-6 win over Marion, improving its record to 3-0 on this season. For Sports Friday, I'm Ed Horrigan.
The numbers: Berwick over Pottsville 48-10, North Schuylkill over Central Columbia 42-0, Mount Carmel 13, Marion Catholic 6. Sid?
2 games in the Big 11 Conference tonight. Scranton Prep and North Pocono both trying to keep their seasons perfect. Jim Miller with the help of Paul DeFabo. Let it fly, Jim.
Right here, Paul?
Hit the button, man.
Right here. Here we go, baby.
No.
Oh.
Roll forward. There you go. North Pocono needed just 7 plays to get on the scoreboard tonight, and it was that man, Lukey. Charles Lukey gets stopped inside, but bounces out into the open, 24 yards for the score. North Pocono up 7-0. Scranton didn't let that get to them, though. On their second possession, quarterback Brian Hoffner finds Jason Thomas for 25 yards down to the North Pocono 4. 2 plays later, with a nice second effort, Tim Lester breaks the plane of the goal line for the game-tying touchdown. North Pocono closed the first half with a 7-play, 50-yard drive. Again, it's Lukey with the touchdown. North Pocono goes to 3-0 with their victory tonight. Scranton Prep opened the third period with an impressive 81-yard drive at Riverside. The key play, 4th down pass, Ryan Holmes to Brian Curtis. First down at the Vikings 14. The 8-minute march was capped by Steve Colvin's 1-yard run, 13-0 Scranton Prep. Midway through the third, after a Brian Williams interception, Riverside scored on Jeremy Ransom's 17-yard run around the far side. That cut it to 13-6. But Prep would put this one away, scoring on this 15-yard dash by Colvin with 4 minutes to go. Prep stays perfect with their win tonight over the Riverside Vikings. Pocono wins 28-13. Scranton Prep goes to 3-0. They beat Riverside 20-6. Jimmy?
Thank you, man. Jane Bugder running the shop here. Charlie Hayes. What's happening, Jane? Charlie? Hey, right on. Valley West going for 3 straight against the Cougars of Hazleton area at Harmon. Guys, to find out what's happening, roll the tape, man. Valley West head coach Jim Cantapio on the sideline, looking to take his club to 3-0 on the year and leading Hazleton area 7-0. Matt Slotek takes some crucial time off the clock with this pass over the middle of Paul Broody for a 25-yard gain and a first down. But defense does the job at the very end. 4th and 10 for the Cougars when the pass comes up short of the first down. 7-0 the final, Valley West. Second game, Hoban at Nanticoke, and the only play we have for you is a big one. Gary Benkowski on the call around the right side. He breaks through a gaping hole, cuts to the outside, and ladies and gentlemen, he was gone. 90 yards for the scores. The Trojans of Nanticoke go on to knock off the Argents of Bishop Hoban in local high school football. The scoreboard once again, Nanticoke area 51, Hoban nothing, Valley West 7, the Cougars of Hazleton area. Big bad goose egg, Sid.
When we come back, Sports Friday will go to the Williamsport area and have more. And taking us to the break, we have the cheerleaders from Nanticoke and their mascot.
We're the Nanticoke cheerleaders, and Sports Friday will be right back.
Welcome back to Sports Friday, everyone. I'm Jim Miller, along with the gang, and Sid Michaels and Jeff Godosic from here. What's with the shirt, man?
What are you talking about?
Dallas Cowboys? It's Pittsburgh Steeler country.
It's a team of the 90s. This is a team of the 70s. JV team, Jimmy. JV team AFC.
Don't ever wear that shirt again.
Don't wear that hat. You embarrass me.
High school football. Wyoming Valley Conference teams in action for that trifecta. Here's Tom Honnell. Roll it, baby.
Who?
Tom Honnell. Roll it.
Where?
We start our triple header off at Pittston Area High School, where the Patriots take the early lead against Tunkhannock. Mike Owens takes the handoff and scampers for 14 yards into Tiger territory. 3 plays later, John Whittick hooks up with Andre LeBrute, 29 yards and a 7-0 Pittston area lead. At Wyoming area, Lake Lehman and the Warriors are knotted at 7 heading into the second quarter. On a Wyoming area punt, Lehman's Mark Ronka fumbles, Nick Carcier recovers, and the Warriors are in business. Ben Kopka follows with 2 8-yard runs. The drive stalls. Bob Kaplan comes out for a 32-yard field goal attempt, but Lehman comes up big with the block, and both teams head to the half, tied at 7. Game 3 of our trifecta takes us to Wilkes-Barre Memorial Stadium, where Hanover's having their problems against Myers, trailing 35-0 in the third. Where the Mohawk Express keeps rolling. Yusuf Garrett gobbles up the fumble, thwarting a Hanover drive. Jeff Carlo boots a 29-yard field goal, giving Myers a 38-0 lead in this Wyoming Valley Conference battle. In Wilkes-Barre for Sports Friday, Tom Honnell, 28's Eyewitness Sports.
A lot of big words here on Sports Friday. Trifecta twice in one story. The numbers: Pittston area 27-0, Wyoming area over Lehman 21-13, Myers 44, Hanover area 7. Sid?
I'm in here with audio car and operator Sandy. You notice she has a message for her dog up here. Go Rusty, she's chasing him out of the house. Now, Steve Shenevy has a message for us from the Suburban Conference. Couple of games, Western Wayne at Mid-Valley, Old Forge at Carbondale area. Paul, let's see it.
The one thing Mid-Valley coach Jim Baguetta did not want to do was fall behind early, but the Spartans had trouble with the opening kickoff, and the Wildcats were right there to pounce on the loose ball. Just a few plays later, Western Wayne's big back, Damon Burton, slips around the right side of the line, finds the sideline, and scampers for the score. Not to be outdone by Mr. Burton, Mid-Valley senior back Bo Evans bursts through a hole in the left side of the line and shreds the Wildcat defense for 76 yards and 6 points. A little further north tonight, Old Forge was trying to make it 2 in a row against Carbondale. When these two teams met last year, it wasn't pretty, but Old Forge came out on top 6-0. This year, it's a different story. Carbondale comes in with a 2-0 record. They're trying to keep their mark perfect on this young season. The Chargers reeled off 15 straight points before Old Forge finally pushed the ball across the stripe, but that just gave the Carbondale running corps time to recover. And when they're rested, any defense is in trouble. First, Jack Waybill reels off this 40-yard carry, taking the pitch, finding the right sideline, then cutting back against the grain. Then Matt Borowski bowls through the line, breaking tackles and carrying defenders all the way down to the 2-yard line. 3 plays later, quarterback Keith Tulin would punch it in from the 1 to extend the Carbondale lead and lead the Chargers to another impressive showing in Suburban Conference action. For Sports Friday, Steve Shedevy, 28 Eyewitness Sports.
And once again, those scores: Western Wayne beats Mid-Valley 37-14. Carbondale area is 3-0. They beat Old Forge 37-6. Jim?
Hey, ball of confusion right here, right now. We're going to check out some of the games in the Williamsport area. Come on, pal.
I'm all over.
Jeez. Montoursville, Lock Haven, North Penn, Loyal Sock. For those scores and highlights, here's Jolton Joe Garrison.
Woohoo!
Week 3 of Sports Friday brings a pair of 2-0 teams together. Montoursville gets the first break of the game as senior Adam Alexander scoops up the fumble and takes it down inside the Lock Haven 5. 3 plays later, Dwayne Reeder punches it in for the early 7-0 Montoursville lead. The Warriors continue to roll as quarterback Adam Way finds John DeGregorio the hard way. That setup Way's chip shot, 22-yard field goal. Warriors up 10-0 early. Late in the first half, the Bobcat offense comes alive as Raymond Lowe finds Brad Mahoney wide open. Junior Jeff Coate takes the handoff, cuts back in the line, and outruns the Montoursville defense on a 45-yard touchdown run. Now with time running out, Lock Haven brings on kicker Travis Forney, and he splits the uprights from, count 'em, 44 yards out to tie the score at halftime. Game 2 tonight, the Loyal Sock Lancers host the North Penn Panthers, and the high-octane Lancer offense has given their fans a lot to cheer about. Already up 35-0 in the fourth quarter, junior Tim Shear finds his way through the line. Touchdown Loyal Sock. Not to be outdone is the Sock defense. Terrence Cortman picks off this Nate Tompkins pass. Lancers score again. North Penn does get on the board late in the game. James Clark from short yardage. Loyal Sock comes up big tonight. For Sports Friday, I'm Joe Garrison.
The numbers again: Lock Haven over Montoursville 16-13. Loyal Sock wins it 49-7. Now the scores of other games played throughout the area tonight. As always, we sincerely hope that your favorite team won.
Talk about Penn State, Wilkes, Kings, Lycoming, Susquehanna, and tell you who's on the pole for the Winston Cup race when we come back to Sports Friday.
Sports Friday.
For the latest weather, sports, and lottery information, call the 28 Eyewitness News info line at 1-900-680-2828.
Major League Baseball.
Wait a minute, now I got the terrible towel. Steelers, Dolphins, Monday. Still with baseball. Sorry about that.
The Yankees lost. As of right now, they're a game behind Seattle for the wild card spot in the American League. Phillies lost. Right now, they're 4 games back of Los Angeles in the National League for the wild card spot.
Here, do the towel. College football tomorrow. The Lions at Penn State back home in front of 97,000 plus as they take on the Owls of Temple at Beaver Stadium and State College. Kickoff time set for 12:08 p.m. Penn State goes in as a 33-point favorite, but remember the Red Raiders of Texas Tech last weekend. The Lions used a field goal in the final 4 seconds to play to win that football game. I don't think they'll have any trouble tomorrow. It's on to Rutgers next week, and now it's on to Sid with the Irish story.
Notre Dame will play Vanderbilt tomorrow at home. Lou Holtz, of course, out because of that spinal surgery. Assistant coach Bob Davie will lead the team. They will be playing the Commodores of Vanderbilt. You'll see it right here on TV 28. Jim Wilson, Kings.
First of all, how are we doing for time, Jane? About 30 seconds. Wilkes on the road tomorrow. Kings on the road tomorrow. The Colonels will play in Selinsgrove against Susquehanna, while Kings will play the Warriors in Lycoming. Of course, This guy will have it all at 6 and 11.
Ted Treba is at 4 under, 3 shots off the pace.
Hold it.
BC Open up
What
near
about the
Binghamton.
pole?
Rick Mast on the pole at Dover for the Winston Cup race, followed by Jeff Gordon, Kyle Petty, Bobby Labonte, and Ward Burton. Don't forget Joe Amato at Maple Grove and Reading this weekend.
He'll be there.
Sunday.
Also at the Eagle game Sunday. We're through. We have a lot of fun because of you and your kids. See you next week.
Satellite Center?
Sports Friday. Sports Friday.
Satellite Center. The Satellite Center?
Yeah.
Why the Satellite? Where's the story on?
Pete, I'm only a drone here.
Just like Red Auerbach. It's time to light up. You know what? Those guys do a good job.
Why don't you stay in news, pal? Have a nice weekend.
Sports Friday.